Great day, great day, great day. I wanted to come today, and as I had said a few episodes ago, that I wanted to do a special Christmas episode. Okay. So I'm pretty sure most of you that celebrate Christmas as a Christian holiday have gotten up and you've opened your presents and had your Christmas brunch or breakfast, and you know, went through your stockings. Um, but I wanted to just really have this episode because uh, Christmas or um, this season goes far beyond religion. Okay, goes far beyond religion. I mean, I know that there are folk who try to live as though Christ or Yeshua lived. However, it's hard to do that, or much harder to do that, if you don't have the right understanding, if you don't have the right consciousness. Okay, if you don't have the right understanding because of teaching and during this time in most churches, the Christmas cantatas and the nativity scenes and things like that, and the depth of the teaching may or may not. I'm not coming against the churches at all. I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I want to say that you may, and if you have, then that's a blessing. Hopefully, this platform will give you a more esoteric, a deeper understanding of this season, okay, and what's going on as the solstices and all these different things that happen in the cosmos that are really, really relevant, that sort of never get touched upon. So I wanted to have this episode, this Christmas episode. This is really about the light of Christmas. This is the light of Christmas, a metaphysical journey, a metaphysical journey. So as we all, uh, we're explorers. We are basically seekers in this life experience on this physical plane, and so I want to explore this profound metaphysical meaning, or the profound metaphysical meaning behind the Christmas story. Okay, it's not just, as always I say, it's not just a historical event. These things, yeah, there's history involved in this book, right? But this is just not a historical event. It's a map. Okay, it's a map for spiritual awakening and a divine birth within each of us, a divine birth within our consciousness. Okay, so as always, we want to make sure that we have a sacred space, that we create a sacred space, a safe container whenever we're together, and we do that. We center ourselves. I don't want you to center yourself. Um, as you close your eyes, I want you to center yourself and see the light. See the light within the middle of your forehead. Okay, within the middle of your forehead. That center on that. Okay, center on that light at the middle of your forehead. That is, you want to awaken your third eye. We want to awaken. Most people's pineal gland is calcified. It's been calcified, but if through practice and through meditation, we can begin to make sure that it is palatable, it is malleable, it is strong and healthy. So concentrate on that light at the middle of your forehead, that third eye. Yeshua says that you want to make sure that that eye is single, right? If your eye be single, if your eye be single, and as Israel struggled with his spirituality, right? He named that place when he was blessed. He named that place Peniel. Okay, so I want to make sure that you concentrate on that light. And as always, we want to make sure that we center ourselves. We create this sacred space that you breathe in, right? Breathe deeply from the diaphragm. Breathe in all the positivity. Breathe in that light and breathe out the negativity. Breathe out those things that separate us. Bring out those things that are really those things that cause us to divide, right? Cause us to destroy and cause us not to be there for each other. That is the true gift. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, hold it, breathe out slowly, center into sacred silence. Center into sacred silence where divine light gestates, where it begins to grow and begins to produce. It begins to create. Center into that sacred silence where divine light gestates, where wisdom seeks birth. Where wisdom seeks birth. Where consciousness awakens. Where Christ consciousness begins to develop, begins to birth. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, hold it, breathe out slowly. Awaken your Christ consciousness. Breathe out. Let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Welcome to this special Christmas episode of Connecting the Source. And again, as always, I am your host, Rev. Stephon. So there is this divine conception, right? We know the Christmas. For those of you who know the Christmas story, there was this divine conception. They call it the Immaculate Conception, right? And then there was this announcement. The angels announced. There's this an announcement, right, of this happening, right? Of this divine conception. The Annunciation, right, represents divine awareness awakening. Divine awareness awakening. And we know this immaculate or this divine conception happened physically with a woman named Mary. And there is this special quality, right? The special quality in Mary that she's chosen, right? She's chosen for this conception. So I want to remember this is beyond the physical. So it's beyond this physical person. Okay, but there is, again, it's about consciousness. So we can say we want to, or we develop this Mary consciousness. Okay, this Mary consciousness, or this state. Okay, this virgin state, and this virgin state is a level of consciousness that goes beyond any physical experience. Okay. It's this level or this depth of consciousness that goes beyond any physical experience. Okay? This Mary consciousness, this virgin state represents pure receptivity to the divine idea. Okay. It represents pure receptivity. That this receiving is not really about the receiving, if that makes sense. It's not about a receiving of, as we, people are opening gifts, receiving physical gifts. It's not about that. It is a pure receptivity, which means to be a pure receiver, you have to be a pure giver as well. Okay, so there's pure receptivity to a divine or the divine idea. This isn't about physical virginity, but consciousness prepared for divine conception. Okay, this goes beyond any physical experience. Mary symbolizes the soul, which is ready to birth higher awareness. Okay, higher awareness, and that's the star. It represents that higher awareness. Okay, so Mary symbolizes the soul, our soul, being ready to birth higher awareness. Okay. And so again, there is this announcement, right? The angel Gabriel, he through his announcement, or the announcement, this divine announcement, this annunciation, this he blows his trumpet and he announces the birth, right? He announces this event. So this angelic announcement, Gabriel's appearance, his appearance represents higher wisdom making itself known. Okay, this angelic announcement, this angelic appearance by Gabriel, right, represents higher wisdom making itself known. The announcement isn't external, right, but the inner knowing of divine purpose awakening. So this is not about what happens externally. It's really not even about what happens on the physical plane. It is more about what happens inside each and every one of us. Okay? It is the inner knowing of our divine purpose awakening. Be it unto me shows perfect acceptance of spiritual unfoldment. Okay? She says, be it unto me. Be it, whatever it is, whatever this divine purpose is, whatever this divine plan, let it be so. Let it be so. This is you awakening. It shows your perfect acceptance of spiritual unfoldment. Okay? So, again, this Mary consciousness represents divine receptivity, pure acceptance, sacred trust, and spiritual readiness. And this grand, or this divine announcement, this appearance, this angelic appearance represents higher wisdom appearing, divine announcement, sacred initiation, and consciousness activation. Okay, consciousness activation. So, and then we know that after this doing this birth, or doing this as she and Joseph, they're traveling. She's pregnant with child, and they're making this journey towards Jerusalem, right? The journey to Bethlehem, right? Bethlehem. Um, they're making this journey towards Bethlehem. So this Bethlehem journey, right, as we see this pilgrimage played out in the scripture, this physical journey, right, it represents a spiritual pilgrimage. Okay, it represents a spiritual pilgrimage. We must all, at some point, as seekers, at some point of those who are seeking to attain a higher understanding, it is a spiritual pilgrimage. We're seekers. It's a spiritual pilgrimage. Okay, this is divine movement. This is a divine movement. So this journey to Bethlehem reveals spiritual transformation. It is a divine movement. It's following a sacred decree. This is a spiritual pilgrimage. This is a shift in consciousness. Okay, so as I said earlier, for those who they say, I mean, they even had bracelets, I believe, or shirts or whatever, said, "What would Jesus do?" Okay, the historical, or the historical Yeshua was a mystic. Okay, he was a mystic. He was raised and educated in the mystery schools in the East. That's the why he was able to speak in certain ways, and he knew the inner workings of the cosmos. Okay, and so this is, in order for us to live that way, we must have a shift of consciousness. We must begin to develop a Christ consciousness. This journey represents this divine timing. Okay, the stars are aligned, and the prophecy is coming to fruition. This is divine timing. So um, we know that as they get to Bethlehem, there is this incident, right? So there's no room at the end, no room at the end, and so this inn represents a level of consciousness as well, right? This no room at the end means that we must go beyond mundane consciousness. That now what we have to birth and what we have to experience is it is goes beyond mundane experience, consciousness. So the mundane, or the surface, the peripheral, right? There is no room there. It cannot house what is about to happen. It cannot arrive. It cannot house what is about. It doesn't have the capacity. Okay, to house what is about to birth. Okay, so there must be this sacred separation from the mundane. Okay, uh, and movement from this humble beginning. So there's no room at the end. There's a movement beyond the humble beginning. It is divine preparation. Divine preparation. So there is also a part of scripture that says that you cannot put new wine into old wineskins. Okay, no new wine into old wineskins. It cannot hold it. So there is no room in the mundane consciousness for what's about to awaken. And so the again, this no room at the end, it symbolizes this is beyond ordinary consciousness. This is outside of our normal awareness, where sacred separation is needed. Right? This is a where divine space preparation is warranted. Okay, so then we have this manger setting. We have this manger setting, the away in a manger. We have this manger setting that we see it physically represented in nativity scenes. So this manger, the manger, is symbolic as well. It is this humble right? Birthplace, a manger, right? In the stable, right? Represents, and then even the animals they represent. They represent bestial, right? Uh, Awareness, our more animal consciousness. It's our lower state of consciousness. That's what the angels, I mean, or the animals represent in this manger scene. This is a humble birthplace, and what it reveals a sacred space in simplicity. We try to make so many things complex, even religiosity and with all this dogma. We try to make it complex, but this scene represents sacred space in its simplicity. This is where divine presence uh, can be anywhere. It means that the divine or the presence of divine can happen anywhere. Okay, anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a temple or some place. We make this place, this space where we are now, we make it sacred. So this divine presence can take place anywhere. This is heaven meeting on earth. As above, so below, so below as above. Okay? As above, so below. It is this cradle of consciousness. This cradle of consciousness. So this major symbolism, it's all symbolic. Again, the animals represents our lower states, um, and this is sacred space in unexpected places. In unexpected places. This is divine presence in simplicity where heaven meets earth, and again, a cradle of consciousness. Okay, cradle of consciousness. So there's this star, right? The star of Bethlehem, and we see it represent. We see in those major scenes where the star is high above this scene, above the manger, and the parents, right? This male and female consciousness, okay, feminine and masculine energy, and then the animals and the magi, okay, the magi, the three wise men. So this star and the wise men, they represent divine guidance and recognition. They represent divine guidance and recognition. The Star of Bethlehem, more than a celestial phenomenon, right? More than a celestial phenomenon, represents the inner light awakening. Okay, it represents that inner light. Remember, I said focus on that light, that central light. This is that inner light. It so the Star of Bethlehem represents the inner light awakening. It is our divine guidance system. So not the GPS, but the DGS. Our divine guidance systems. Remember that this all represents a prophecy of Daniel, and Daniel created the order of the Magi, and they knew how to read the celestial beings. They knew how to read the celestial happenings, and so they knew how to locate, right? How to locate this birthing. Right, they knew how to locate it. So this is the divine guidance system. It's a higher consciousness beacon. It is summoning us to a higher consciousness. Okay, and it's a sacred direction pointer. So we know that physically, we can use the North Star to help us to navigate. They've been doing it for centuries. Navigate the seas, and navigate on terra, on earth, on this this on through earth, through terra. We've been able to use this celestial uh, or sacred direction pointer to help us physically navigate, but we also can use it to help us spiritually navigate. Okay, so its appearance shows, again, divine timing, sacred recognition, wisdom activation, and light consciousness dawning. Light consciousness dawning. Okay, so the Magi, right? The Magi are the three wise men. I want you to know that there were many, physically, there were many orders of the Magi, right? There was Magi for the East, Magi Western order, a Eastern order, a Southern order, and a Northern order. But we have these Eastern order of the Magi represented as the three wise men. Okay, and what do they represent spiritually? They represent higher wisdom aspects. So the three, if we look at this, would be mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul coming together. These are represent the higher wisdom aspects in each and every one of us. Sacred recognition and divine seeking, right? They are seeking. So they represent divine seeking and truth following. The truth, right, is revealed in this sacred event. Their journey shows, again, consciousness seeking, that we are seeking a higher level of consciousness. We are seeking Christ consciousness. Okay, and their journey also represents wisdom devotion, that they are devoted to wisdom. Three wise men, they're devoted to wisdom, and through this journey, physically, this journey, and again, we celebrate this season through this winter solstice. However, more than likely, physically, it wouldn't have happened during this time. I mean, those Palestinian winters would be brutal. Okay, so this is more of a persevering. This is a sacred persistence and a divine recognition. That's why this journey happens within us. This journey happens within us. These three wise men represents higher wisdom aspects in each one of us. Sacred recognition, divine gifts, and consciousness offering. And so they brought these sacred gifts. This gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And as always, they are symbolic. They are symbolic. Okay, each gift holds deeper meaning. Each gift holds a deeper meaning. Gold represents divine truth, spiritual value, sacred worth, and royal consciousness. Royal consciousness. Okay, the frankincense represents divine connection, sacred offering, spiritual elevation, and prayer consciousness. Prayer consciousness. Okay. Uh, the myrrh. I'm country, so the myrrh represents a transformation promise. It represents sacred completion, divine purpose, and consciousness evolution. Consciousness evolution. So these sacred gifts, divine truth, gold, sacred offering, frankincense, and transformation promise, myrrh. Okay? This consciousness evolution. Okay. So as we move on, we also always want to make sure that we can offer some practical application, right? This living Christmas consciousness, this Christ consciousness, okay, and making these principles practical, right? We must have and develop a divine receptivity, divine reception practice, with morning silence cultivation, angelic awareness, sacred listening, and trust development. These aren't just seasonal, but eternal principles. These principles are not just seasonal, they're eternal. And they're showing how divine ideas birth, how sacred awareness grows, how consciousness evolves, and how that light increases or should increase in all of us. This journey, right? This journey, as the Magi did, this journey, we are seekers. This journey walking is a daily spiritual practice, and it includes following that inner guidance, creating sacred space, honoring simplicity, and maintaining a divine focus. Okay, and this could be done. We know that these are modern times, but these principles, this application, it takes place. It should take place in our business decisions, our relationship, and how we navigate relationships, and our creative projects, especially our creative projects, because why? We are co-creators. Our mandate to be fruitful and multiply is about our creative projects and how we live our life, right? How we live our life. Okay. So thank you. I know I went over a little bit, but I wanted to have this special episode um, today that talks about this journey, talks about this light, okay? That it is more than seasonal, it is a eternal journey. Okay, so as we have our closing meditation, again, center on that light in the middle of your forehead, opening your third eye, decalcifying your pineal gland. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Feel the Christmas light within. This divine birth happening. This sacred wisdom dawning. Your Christ consciousness awakening. Breathe in, breathe out. Let this light guide you. This wisdom birth through you. This love transform you. And this truth illuminate you. This has been a special Christmas episode of Connecting with Source with Rev Stephon. I am your host. I wish you many blessings in this sacred season. Peace, love, and light.